Hey, what it be? It's your boy Dre OG. Welcome back to the OG family, man. We got this top 10 worst states to live in America in 2022. You feel me? But look, man, let's run this video up to like 5,000 likes, man. I'm so happy to be back. I'm still stiff and sore as a mug. But look, man, we're going to get through this. Just know, if you're having a tough time, just know you ain't in this thing called life by yourself. We in this thing together. Let's get it.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to The World According to Briggs and a video about states you don't want to move to in 2022. A couple weeks ago, we did some videos about the best states to move to or live in 2022. Those videos weren't based on any one stat or group of stats. It was our opinion based on what we've learned over the last few years of researching videos. Today, we're looking at the other side of that coin, the states you don't want to move to in 2022. If you watched our video about the cheapest states to move to a couple weeks back, you'll find a lot of these states are on both lists. The reason for that, of course, is if a place sort of sucks, nobody wants to live there. And if nobody wants to live there, it's not going to be that expensive. But you'll find a couple surprises on this list because we're not just talking if a place sucks right now. What's the future going to be there? I mean, if you're moving someplace in 2022, you don't plan on just staying there for 2022. Hopefully, and most likely, you're going to be staying there 5, 10 years or the rest of your life. All right, let's take a look. Number 10. Texas. Yeah, you heard me right. I said Texas. On a lot of videos, I've said what a great state Texas is, and it is. There's a lot of people moving there because it's a great state.
Hey, trigger warning. Yo, some people gonna be tight, bro.
Taxes aren't killing people. The home prices have been reasonable. They don't have a ton of crime compared to other states. Texas is a great place to live right now. I don't know how much longer that's going to be. I think they're going to be a victim of their own success, much like Oregon and California have been in the past. As people start moving into the place, it's going to get more expensive. They also have a lot of political issues going on right now that, half the population think is great and the other half aren't cool with what's going on in the state. Now, this happens in every single state in the union. I mean, every country too. You can't please everyone. But right. I think in Texas, it's a little amplified and it's going to get more and more amplified. I have a lot of friends that have moved to Texas, Army friends and even friends I went to high school with in California. They've moved to Texas in the last 5, 10, 15 years or whatever. A lot of them are saying Texas is changing and they're not digging it. And it's not just them. A lot of native-born Texans don't really like what's going on either. Not the political part, the influx of people and how their state is changing. This is going to cause more friction as time goes on, I promise you. If you do look at the stats of where they rank when it comes to crime, they're ranked 33rd in the nation, which isn't terrible. Healthcare, they're ranked in the 40s, which is terrible. And their schools are ranked 33rd in the nation. The big saving grace for them right now, their economy, they're 15th best in the nation. So to be clear, Texas is great.
So what that's saying is you don't have to be superly well educated in order to have a good economy and make money out here in the world, y'all. I'm telling you, look, man, there's many different ways to skin a chicken.
Now, I just don't think it's going to maintain its greatness for much longer.
I understand that's some country ass shit. Some of y'all from up north, y'all probably won't get it, but you think it's...
I hope I'm wrong. Like I said, it's a great state. Number 9, Oklahoma. When you look at Oklahoma, they have a truckload of problems. They have some good things too. Their people are great. Love the people of Oklahoma. They're always decent, friendly, and welcoming. That's been my experience. If you had a different experience, sorry. One of the biggest problems in Oklahoma is the healthcare system. They're always ranked towards the bottom. I saw one report where they're ranked 47th in the nation. I saw another one where they're ranked 48th. So they're always towards the bottom, which really sucks because a lot of retirees and senior citizens live there. And if you don't...
Some of y'all like, that's not so bad. Look, some of y'all just ain't on that level mentally. You probably don't know how many states they are, but look, man, I'm not here to educate you on that. I'm not gonna do that for you today. You just suffer in silence. But that's terrible. I was thinking about the main thing for me would be the damn fucking tornadoes that be ripping through there. What you talking about? Some healthcare.
Don't know, as you get older, you're going to need good health care. When you look at their economy, it's not doing great either. They have a lot of jobs, but they don't have a lot of good paying jobs. When you don't have a lot of good paying jobs, this of course leads to more poverty and more crime. When people don't have money, they start committing crimes. Oklahoma's ranked 41st when it comes to crime. 90% of that crime's obviously going to be found in the bigger cities. Their smaller towns are decent places to live. One saving grace is Oklahoma does have a lower cost of living. So, I mean, if you're bringing a job, it might be a great option, but I think Oklahoma's bad outweighs its good right now. Number 8, Kentucky. Kentucky always seems to be a medalist when it comes to the poverty Olympics. Kentucky has never been considered a really good state to move to when it comes to employment, unless of course you make whiskey or you coach basketball teams. They've always had a poverty level that's well above the national average. They've had serious opioid and
Hold on, what about the Kentucky Fried Chicken? You feel me? Like, is that not a thing? Am I just not educated enough? Okay, bet. I'll keep going.
drug addiction problems throughout the state since forever, and their health.
I thought everybody in Kentucky would be getting a little bit of that money that's coming from Kentucky Fried Chicken. That's crazy. Or that
Healthcare is normally towards the bottom of the barrel as well. They do have one positive that I find strange, because they're one of the leaders in the whole opioid crisis and every other drug you can imagine, which is a crime, and there's a lot of problems that come with it. But Kentucky has sort of a low crime rate compared to other states, which is good. But still, their economy and their schools are always in the top 10 when it comes to the worst. This is another state that the jobs they do have tend to be on the low paying side. And that doesn't look like it's going to change anytime soon. So yeah, I went and moved there in 2022, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, I don't know, all the way up to maybe 2044. Maybe they'll turn it around by then. Number 7, Arkansas. We've talked about the phenomenon that is the northwest corner of Arkansas many times in this channel. If you don't know, this is your first time tuning.
You know what's crazy though about Arkansas? I've never heard of a person ever in my life just moving to Arkansas on purpose. It's crazy. Some of these states deserve to be on here.
In Arkansas sucks as a state in so many ways. I could do 5 videos on it, except for the northwest corner where you got Springdale, Rogers, and Fayetteville. That seems to be pulling it together. If they could just spread some of that to the rest of the state, it would be great. So I say Arkansas is not a good place to move, but 3/4 of it isn't a good place to move. 2 cities that are considered by most to be the worst cities in the United States are Pine Bluff and Little Rock, Arkansas. Arkansas has been this way since forever, and they don't show any signs of change in their ways.
Oh, you know what?
Number 6, Alaska. If you love the outdoors and nature is your thing and you don't see past how beautiful landscape is, then forget everything I'm about to say because it really won't affect you. Alaska is one of the most beautiful states we have. Downside is they don't have a lot of jobs. They have a lot of drug issues and a ton of poverty. They are one of our states that have been losing residents over the last handful of years.
That's because Sarah Palin fucking shit up. But look, excuse me. Anyway, look, first of all, this is the wrong place to be homeless. You know, outside of the thing I said when I first got on here, bro. Outside of that, bro, you gonna freeze your ass off. You're not gonna make it, bro. That's why people leaving. They gonna beg for a little bit of money, bro. I'll be saving up for a plane ticket to fuck up out of there. You know what I'm saying? To the warmest place. That'd be the smartest thing to do.
Since the 1940s, Alaska has gained double digits on their population. Started off in 1940 with a 22% increase, and then in 1950, 77, 1960 census, it was 75, and then it stayed in the 30s for quite some time. This 2020 census, they only gained 3%. With the last couple years, like 18, 19, they had actually lost population. And in the coming years, I'm sure that's going to continue. They'll just keep losing population. But Alaska just doesn't have the jobs to maintain the people they do have, so people are flooding out. It's a great state if you love the outdoors and you're, let's say, retired and have checks coming in the mail. You don't have to worry about getting a job. It's a great state to live in. But the problems they do have, I don't see changing over the next decade or so. So it's definitely not a good place you want to move to in 2022 unless you fit the criteria of not needing a job and you love the outdoors.
See, you know, when white folks talk about this type of stuff, they got a different angle on it. So that's why this is my job, and it's very important for me to let you motherfuckers know. They have polar bears, nigga. Big ass moose. Mooses. Meese. Whatever you want to call it. But look, that shit's crazy, man. Like, everything out there can kill you. That's what I'm saying. Shit, let's end it on that one.
Number 5, West Virginia. This one breaks my heart. I have some really good friends in West Virginia, but I know they know the situation that's going on in West Virginia. West Virginia has a buttload of problems, including loss of their coal industry, the opioid crisis, people flooding out of there like it's on fire, their infrastructure is falling apart, but they have gotten better. They're just not where they need to be to make them a very desirable place to live. They are sort of like Alaska, though. They're a great place to be if you like to be outdoors and you're not really relying on getting a good job when you move to that state. I've said a couple times in recent videos that I think West Virginia's future future is in tourism. I mean, they have amazing landscapes and things to do out in the wilderness. Every time I look on the news or something, they're talking about bringing coal mining jobs back to West Virginia. I don't think it's a thing. I don't think it'll ever happen. Coal powered this country for a lot of years, but most places have moved past coal. Am I saying they should just shut down all the coal mines? No, there's still a need for it. Nothing like it was 10, 20, 30 years ago, but they still need coal. Past its natural beauty, West Virginia has three positives that are undeniable. The people are amazing, the low cost of living, and the low cost of housing. Just don't consider moving there if you need a job and you don't already have one lined up.
Yeah, I know a couple people that live there right now. You know, the job shit is real. It's hard to find a job out there, you know, but that's why OnlyFans exists. But look, now on a serious note, definitely on a serious note, I gotta let y'all know the real shit that's going on there. They got witchcraft going on in there and shit. They got the Blair Witch. What is you talking about? It's a lot of deep, like, slavery shit out there. Like, it's a lot going on. It's a vibe out there that you just got to be ready for. Somebody gonna be casting spells on you out there, mug.
Number 4, Mississippi. Yeah, Mississippi's on the list again for suckage. You know why you shouldn't move to Mississippi? It's Mississippi. Mississippi has been on a downward slide since, I don't know, the Civil War. What's come out of there that's been good in the last 200 years? Elvis? To be fair to Mississippi, the dollar sign and the padded toilet seat were both invented in the Magnolia State. If you do move to Mississippi, you will find a lot of really cool things. Low cost living, low housing, a lot of day drinking, and friendly people. Even the non-day drinkers, they're pretty friendly too. But epidemic level poverty is what really brings Mississippi down, and it shows no sign of letting up. That's why I wouldn't move there in 2022, or, I don't know, again, like that other state, maybe in 2044. If you look at where Mississippi ranks compared to other states, they're the absolute worst when it comes to healthcare. The state's economy is third from the bottom, and their school system usually ranks in the 40s as well. But their universities are pretty good. I'm just talking like high school on down. Number 3, New Mexico. The Land of Enchantment is another frequent customer when it comes to suckage videos. If you do just look at the standard stats and rankings for New Mexico, it doesn't paint a pretty picture. When it comes to crime, they're the second worst in the nation, ranked 49th, along with education, 49th. And when it comes to their economy, they're 47th. Their healthcare isn't even setting any records. They're number 34 when it comes to healthcare. And they've been this way for a very long time, and they show no signs of changing it either. New Mexico's another state that's been in double digits every single census for growth until 2020, where they got 2.8% growth, compared to past years where it was 13%, 20%, 16%, 28%, 25%, 67% at one point. Now they're down to 2.8%. When you don't have a lot of options for people, they start leaving the state, and the amount of people moving in slows down to a trickle, like New Mexico. A couple of years ago, I did a video on New Mexico and how bad it was. It was top 10 reasons not to move there, and a local news station contacted me and wanted to put it on the news one night. They did, and what was incredible about it was they tried to dispute it, but they kind of agreed with everything I said. And they kind of took up the attitude of, well, we're working on it. I brought up this little piece of trivia about New Mexico in a recent video, but it's a good way to explain the current situation this state is in. Approximately 75% of the roads in New Mexico are unpaved. The reason for that is they have a lot of open space with nothing going on in those open spaces. No giant industries are moving in there, nothing like that. So is New Mexico a great place to move in 2022? I don't think so.
Honestly, real talk. Let you motherfuckers know. I drove through there now. It was beautiful to look at. But you ever see like a beautiful slum? That's kind of what it looks like in a lot of places out there, you know. But I don't think it takes away from, I think there's definitely good people out there. The vibe that I felt out there was good. But yeah, if you're trying to get money, don't go there.
Number 2, Alabama. If you don't know much about Alabama, looking at the stats on this one are kind of important. It kind of tells you what's going on in this state. When it comes to crime, Alabama is ranked 45th in the nation. When it comes to their economy, they're ranked 45th in the nation. When it comes to their healthcare, they're ranked 45th in the nation. When it comes to their schools, they're ranked 50th. They have the absolute worst schools in the nation. If you're really not sure how all that works, look at it this way. Number 1 is good, number 50 sucks. And between 45 and 50, there's not much of a difference. Alabama, like all southern states, is filled to the brim with decent people. My opinion, I just think the decisions and the moves that their government makes, the state government, is what really has been screwing Alabama since the creation of the United States. Again, though, I don't see anything changing in Alabama in the next couple decades.
I mean, look, I don't see nothing changing about Alabama either. Good people there, man. Messed up situation. And you can see a couple things. That's why the boxer Deontay Wilder, that's why he talks like that. He uses wrong words for shit all the time. Like in everything he says, he uses it very incorrectly. And that's because they, you know, their school systems and stuff. But very nice person, a very dope person, inspirational person. You know, we all got our pitfalls and stuff, but you know, it is what it is, man. Alabama is definitely not it, bro. But definitely nice people. Just need to.
And number 1, Louisiana. That's right, the Pelican State made it to the number 1 spot. They share the same problems Alabama, Mississippi, New Mexico, and Kentucky have, and most of those things aren't good. Louisiana has 2 of the most violent cities in the United States, New Orleans and Baton Rouge. Along with that, you've got Shreveport, which is horrible, and then dozens of small towns that have poverty rates that can be best described as criminal. Not for the people, for their state government. Louisiana is often brought up in the conversation when you're talking about the most corrupt state governments. They've had so many people go to jail for all sorts of political shenanigans. So where does Louisiana rank compared to other states? Well, overall, they're ranked number 50th. Their crime, 50th. Economy, 49th. Healthcare is 45th. And their schools are ranked 48th. This is another state that's been like this forever, and they show no signs of changing how they're going to do things. I mean, Mississippi always used to be the bottom of the barrel, but Mississippi, even though it's not great, has gotten a little bit better and moved past places like Louisiana and Alabama. The main reason is their crime's gotten better. I mean, outside Jackson, Mississippi, the crime rate throughout Mississippi has gotten a lot lower, where in Louisiana and Alabama, it's actually gotten worse. I mean, when Mississippi starts showing you how you should do things, you got some problems.
Hey, facts though. But I will say one thing though. About Louisiana, man. They got fucking alligators, man. Like, all that water looks nice and shit, like, but it's damn alligators in there. Big ones. They got the biggest ones. I think they got crocodiles too. Saltwater crocodiles and everything. That's not a good time. So if you like water, just X that out. And then if you like to mind your business, you know, X that out too, because you might get caught up in a drive-by or some shit. Like, it's real bad out here in certain places, but, you know, man, it's crazy, man. But let me know what state didn't make it on here. What state did not make it on here that deserved to be on this list? I feel like, you know, I ain't even gonna say it. I'll say that for another video. But look, let me know what states that y'all think missed this. Because, you know, I meant to say about Alabama too, bro. Niggas they be on the first 48. But look, man, let me know if y'all like this video and what y'all want to see next, and I'll be sure to do that. Make sure y'all got your notifications on so y'all can get these videos as soon as they drop. But look, man, I appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy, and I'll see you on the next video. Like I always say, spread love. There's too much hate in this world. Love you guys. See you in the next video. And I'm out, though.